Recent research reinforces something that everyone has been noticing: the number of people worldwide who initially access news through traditional news websites or apps has dropped by 10 points since 2018, and younger groups prefer accessing news through social media, search engines, or mobile aggregators, according to a report released on Tuesday. Welcome to another video on our channel. In this video, we will discuss the findings of a research study released on the 13th, which highlights the growing trend of users turning to apps like TikTok and Instagram to obtain information and news. Before we dive into the video, we'd like to invite you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you find our content informative and valuable, please leave a like. Your engagement and viewership are important to help us tailor our content better. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The audience pays more attention to celebrities, influencers, and social media personalities than to journalists on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat, says the Reuters Digital News Report's annual report on journalism. TikTok is the fastest-growing social network in the report, used by 20% of 18 to 24-year-olds for news, a 5 percentage point increase from last year. Less than half of the respondents expressed a strong interest in news, a significant drop from 6 out of 10 in 2017. It's expected that those born in the 2000s are not interested in outdated websites, let alone televised or printed news, simply because they perceive them as antiquated. The research, conducted online by the Reuters Institute, involved around 94,000 adults from 46 markets, including the US. Less than a third of the survey respondents considered having stories selected for them based on their previous consumption as a good way to obtain news, a 6 percentage point drop from 2016 when the survey last asked the question. However, people still prefer their news to be selected by algorithms rather than by editors or journalists. Trust in news decreased by 2 percentage points last year, reversing the gains made in many countries during the peak of the coronavirus pandemic. On average, 40% of people say they trust most news most of the time. The US saw a 6 percentage point increase in trust in the news, reaching 32%, but still remains among the lowest in the survey. In all markets, 56% of people say they are concerned about identifying the difference between true and false news on the internet, a 2 percentage point increase from last year. The survey found that 48% of people are very or extremely interested in news, down from 63% in 2017. According to the Reuters study, TikTok has been facing bans and restrictions in various countries around the world, such as France, Norway, the US, and the UK. In India, the app has been completely banned. The accusations range from spying on behalf of the Chinese government to cognitive harm to young people. Major media companies have been lobbying lawmakers to tax companies like Alphabet, Google and YouTube, and Meta, Facebook and Instagram. In December, a spokesperson for Meta, Andy Stone, stated that the company would completely remove news from its platform if a bill of this nature was passed by the US Congress. The company is also threatening to remove news in Canada in response to proposed legislation there. Alphabet also stated that it would remove links to news articles from Canadian search results if a bill requiring payment for news featured on their sites was passed. These proposals are similar to an innovative law passed by Australia in 2021, which also triggered threats from Facebook and Google to restrict their services. Both companies ended up reaching agreements with Australian media companies after amendments to the legislation were made, although the impasse led to a brief shutdown of news feeds on Facebook in Australia. These recent attacks by the mainstream media through lawmakers align with the growth of alternative media, which is expanding through apps like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, which users are increasingly turning to for information and news. Will these efforts enable the major media outlets to regain their audience? And that concludes another video on our channel. We hope you found the information and analysis about the increasing use of apps like TikTok and Instagram for staying informed valuable. If you enjoyed the content and would like to continue watching our videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications to stay updated with our latest releases. We appreciate all our followers for their support and engagement. If you have any suggestions for topics for our upcoming videos, please leave them in the comments. Until next time, thank you for watching.